Please, if you have been through something like this, tell me, how did you heal? How do I let go of this pain and focus on the brighter days ahead? I'm struggling to find the strength within myself. It had been over 4 months since Precious was engaged to Richards. Their relationship was filled with laughter, shared dreams, and promises of a future together. Richards had always been charming and attentive, and she believed he was the one. So, when he asked to meet her parents, she was excited and thought he was serious about them getting married soon. 2 weeks ago, Richards visited her family house. Precious's was happy as she introduced him to her parents. Her father, a hard-working farmer, had used his meager earnings to send her through university. Her mother, a petty trader, had always been her pillar of strength. Their home was modest, a small house with old furniture, a parchy ceiling, and tap water that they boiled before drinking. But to Precious, it was a place filled with love and sacrifice. At first, Richard seemed polite and respectful during the visit, but as the days passed, Precious noticed a change in him. His calls became less frequent, and his texts grew shorter. When she asked if something was wrong, he brushed her off, saying he was just busy. She tried to give him space, but the distance between them grew wider. 4 days went by without a word from him. Precious is anxious to know what the problem is. On the 5th day, she called him 5 times, but he didn't pick. Later that day, as she was about to go to bed, her phone buzzed with a message. Her heart raced because the message is from Richards. She opened it, hoping for an explanation. Instead, she was met with words that shattered her world. Precious, I can't continue this relationship. I saw the poverty in your family. You don't even have a good chair for visitors to sit on, and your ceiling is damaged. I was lucky it didn't fall on me. I can't get into a family that will depend on me for financial help. I'm sorry. Tears streamed down her face as she read the message over and over. She felt a mix of anger, sadness, and humiliation. How could someone she loved so deeply judge her based on her family's financial status? She had never hidden her background from him. She had always been proud of her parents and their sacrifices. But now, it felt like her worth had been reduced to the condition of her family's home. With trembling hands, she sent him a voice message. I never hid my family's financial status from you. You knew who I was and where I came from. If you didn't think you could handle it, you should have said so from the beginning. His reply was cold and dismissive. I didn't expect it to be this bad. Those words cut deeper than anything else. Precious felt like she had been stripped of her dignity. She had just finished her undergraduate study and was looking forward to building a life with Richards. Now, she was left feeling broken and worthless. The next day, she was very sad and moody because Richards blocked her on all social media platforms and even blocked her number. It felt like he had erased her from his life without a second thought. Precious is crushed out. She couldn't eat, couldn't sleep, and couldn't stop replaying his words in her mind. I've never felt so broken. His rejection wasn't just of me, but of my family, the people who had shaped me, loved me, and supported me. I couldn't understand how someone who once spoke of love could be so cruel. Since then, my spirit has been crushed. I wake up sad with a heaviness in my chest that I can't shake off. I feel betrayed, not just by his words, but by my own heart for believing in him. Yet, deep down, I know I need to move on. My father didn't raise me to crumble under the weight of rejection. His sacrifices were meant to make me strong, not to let someone's shallow judgment define my worth. She told her father about Richards's visit, his harsh words, and how he had abandoned her. Her father listened in silence, his weathered hands resting on his knees. When she finished, he sighed deeply and placed a hand on her shoulder. "My daughter," he said, "you are not defined by the condition of our home or the money in our pockets. You are defined by your character, your strength, and your heart. If you've been through something like this, please tell me, how did you heal? How do I let go of this pain and focus on the brighter days ahead? I want to honor my father's love and resilience, but right now, I'm struggling to find the strength within myself.